First appearing back in April of 1940 in Batman issue number 1, the Clown Prince of Crime has gone on to become one of the most prolific figures in comic book villainy. But unless you're like one of these lucky collectors that we found on social media, or you're an agent of chaos with no use for money, other than maybe using it as bait to get people onto the streets so you can kill them using novelty hot air balloons, putting together a collection of great Joker comics may seem like a real lark. But fear not, fair Gothamites, because we've got your back. Here's 9 affordable but killer Joker appearances that you can pick up on a budget and proudly display in your comics collection. Okay, so first up, let's talk about Batman number 426 to 429. That's the classic A Death in the Family storyline. Now, obviously, we all know this as the death of Jason Todd, where on the back pages of issue 427, DC actually listed a 1-800 number where you could call in and vote on whether Jason lived or died. And they really did have both stories ready to go, regardless on what we voted on. Throughout these 4 globe-trotting issues, the Joker seems to always stay one step ahead of Batman. It's a classic Batman story with a powerhouse creative team, like seriously, Jim Starlin and Mike Mignola. And generally, you can score all 4 of these issues for under $100 for pretty good condition raw copies. Okay, so let's move along. So next up is a one-shot from 2005 called Batman the Man Who Laughs. And the one we're looking for is the first printing prestige format. They've released a lot of trade paperbacks and hardcovers of this story, but those aren't the ones we want. This is another powerhouse creative team, Ed Brubaker and Doug Mahnke. In the last year, I've seen this one shot almost double in average price on the secondary market. You're probably looking at somewhere around $20 to $30, unless you come across some insane deal while hunting in the wild. I really think this book has legs. It's by 2 highly respected comic industry talents. Oh, and did I mention it's an awesome read? But let's keep going. Alright, so next on the list is a 25-cent free comic book day book from last year. Just stay with me on this one. It's DC Nation number 0. But more specifically, the Clayman 1 in 250 variant cover with the Joker acting as minister at the Batcat wedding, and both Selina and Bruce have seemingly fallen victim to what you can only assume is the Joker toxin. This book currently goes for around $10 to $15 in a near mint raw copy, but maybe you'll luck out and find someone crazy enough to sell it to you for near cover price, but I doubt it. And beyond the sparsity of the specific cover, it houses a really simple but intense Joker story by Tom King. For whatever you think of his run on Batman, I really like this story. And this is a great book for any Joker fan on a budget to add to their collection. So let's get to the big boys. You knew these 2 were coming, because if we're talking affordable key books for Joker fans, the next 2 are a given. First, it's The Killing Joke, first printing, with that bright green text on the cover. It's inspired both The Dark Knight and the '89 Batman movie. It's a classic Alan Moore story that, while not intended to be in continuity originally, it ended up being the genesis of Barbara Gordon becoming Oracle. It also touches on several social issues that to this day still make people uncomfortable. So go out and get your green text cover first printing. Really be careful though. This book has like 15 reprints. Let's move along. And the second obvious one is Batman The Dark Knight Returns, number 3. You know the story, you know the moment, you know how it changed the face of comics in the 80s. It's Frank Miller killing the Joker. Well, sort of. This book isn't in continuity. A good raw copy of issue number 3 would probably run you around $20 to $25 max. And I don't think anyone needs to be reminded of how important the story was to an entire generation of comic readers and creators. So make sure you add that to your collection, and we have one more. Okay, this one is just a fun one. It's Deathstroke issue number 58. Look at this cover and tell me it doesn't bring you pure joy. As a Joker fan, I love the idea of having an homage cover of Deathstroke issue number 1 in my collection, because nobody escapes a little peppering from the Joker. But there's more to this pick than it just being cool. This is a sought-after issue of Deathstroke, noted as having a low print run, making it hard to score a high-grade copy of this book now 23 years later. Oh, and did I mention the story is by the great Marv Wolfman? Yeah, see? You thought I was kidding, and then I brought it back around. You're usually looking at around $20 to $40 to secure a decent copy of this floppy, so keep your eyes peeled. So that's it for our list. Well, actually, I could keep going, but time's running low. So if you want another Joker episode, let us know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Let us know if you find anything in our list that you like, or if you think we missed something. And don't forget to tag us on Instagram @ExplodingEarths, and the same on Twitter. We want to see your epic grails, and we love seeing wicked comic hauls, so catch up with us there. And that's it for me. Happy hunting!